how's it going?
Pretty good. It's been a busy week, or how would I say, 3 weeks. We've been touring quite a lot and just actually mostly recovering from the last weekend, which was fun, but a lot of shows and a lot of traveling. But yeah, it's great. It's great to finally tour in Finland as well.
Mm-hmm. What about Marco, your drummer? I heard that he got hurt doing martial arts or something. How is he doing?
Well, he still limps, like he's limping like an idiot. So it looks stupid, but he plays pretty well. So it doesn't really affect his performance. Mm-hmm. It's just that we cannot play the fastest songs or anything. He can do the kick drum thing very fast for a long period at a time. But otherwise, yeah. Ville is sick today. He sounded like an old granny today, like a screechy voice and
that's why you're
40 degree fever and so on.
That's why you're doing the interview.
Oh yeah.
What can we expect from the show tonight, and what are your expectations? I mean, you haven't been here since Ilosari Rock in 2003.
Yeah, it's amazing how long time it is. Like more than 10 years, and it seems like it passed in 5 years. So yeah, we are just as enthusiastic as I hope the people are here as well. So we're gonna give our best show.
Like you said, you've been touring so much. After today, you'll be heading to Jyväskylä, and after that, you'll be going to lots of festivals abroad, and of course, Moonsorrow. Which of the coming events excites you the most?
Well, I'm not lying if I say all of them, because I don't have any preference. It's just that we get to play. For example, we have a couple shows in Italy, and they're both headlining shows, so of course they're exciting for us. And then the summer festivals, they always have a special atmosphere. Numeroca, especially, it's a midsummer festival, and festivals in Finland are particularly different from, let's say, from German festivals.
How so?
There's something about Finnish summer and the nature and everything when you finally get to play in such remote places like the Numeroc festival is in the middle of the woods and so on. It has some special thing.
Will you be touring more after the last festival in June?
Sorry?
Will you be touring more after the last festival in June?
Well, actually we're going to be concentrating on recording the album, which will happen in August or something.
Oh.
So we're pretty busy with that, and I don't think we're going to tour that much before we release the album. And that's going to be either very late this year or early next year.
That's nice to hear, because I will ask you more about that.
Yeah, sorry.
Of course. By the way, how do you make the fake blood that you put on before the shows?
It depends, because usually we use real blood, but it gets bad after a certain period of time, and you really can't use it unless you're playing in Watain. So then we use theatrical blood on tours. But in Finland, and if we're just a couple days abroad, then we're using the real blood.
Wow.
It's much better actually, because the fake blood it sticks in your pores of the skin, and you look like a cancer patient after a couple of days, and it's really horrible how people are looking on the tour like you're terminally ill or something.
I didn't expect that. I thought you would give me some kind of recipe.
No.
Okay, obviously your lyrics are all in Finnish, and when you're playing, the crowd sings along. Which country do you believe sings along the most accurately, outside of Finland, of course?
Definitely Hungary.
Hungary?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because, well, there is a small link between Finnish and Hungarian languages, which is very small, very remote, but still they have been the most enthusiastic of learning Finnish. And when we were there for the first couple times, you could hear so many people singing completely accurately all the lyrics, and that was impressive.
That's nice to hear. What do you do, and what are some of your activities when you're not touring?
Well, of course, living from the music is difficult, and I never thought that you have to live from the band or anything, because I have many other interests in life as well. So I work as a cameraman and photographer, and I do lights for all kind of TV stuff. And then I have hobbies like sailing and stuff. I have a boat with a friend of mine, and I'm traveling quite a lot. So
You still do the camera stuff on TV shows?
yeah. Actually, I have
Like what TV shows?
well, anything from the news to TV feature films and some commercials, and I also do photography, like commercial photography, when I can.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Good stuff too. How has things changed since you signed with Century Media in terms of touring, making the current album and such?
You know,
Have they been supportive?
nothing has changed because we still haven't released album with them. So we're still on the process of releasing the first album for Century Media, and then things might change. But I mean, we're just waiting to get ready, and they're waiting for us to be ready to release. And but yeah, we've met them, and they're really nice people, and they seem to know pretty well what they are doing and how to work with this band. So it's been very enjoyable to discuss with them.
Thanks. Last year you released a box collection through Blood Music. It must have been so satisfying knowing your work from 95 to 08 are stored in one compilation, and it sort of reintroduces your beginnings to some people. How was that experience like, and what was involved in making that happen?
Well, I met the owner of the company around 4 years ago actually, and he brought the idea up, and we were just discussing something at a bar or something. I thought it was a crazy idea, that it wouldn't work or anything, but he was very persistent, and he already did the strapping and lad box, so he had a kind of an idea how to work it, and then he approached the whole band, and we just started working on it, putting things together and seeing how it's gonna go, and it was a lot of work. It all took 2 years, and a lot of involvement from the band and him, of course, because it's every single detail has been checked and redone, and just it's very particular way of working when you have to go through everything so many times. There are so many box sets, every layout is different, every set is different. There are millions of factors that has to be right, so it happens. So we have a lot of respect for him.
Is it true that it's only limited to 100 copies, is that it?
No, there were like 400.
400?
Yeah, around, because there are, every set, like there are four different sets, is 100, and one of them is 150. Like the Die Hard set is 150. So, but yeah, it sold out pretty fast, and I could never.
Sold out already.
Yeah, it sold out just within a month or two. The last copies were gone. There are still some few copies at some stores or eBay, but they are really expensive. So I don't know if they're ever gonna move.
Well, we'll check it out.
Yeah.
Is it true that you've spent most of 2014 writing your new material, or?
Yeah.
Well, you said you'll be writing more.
Yeah, we did, and we ditched a lot of material. We had we had a lot of songs ready, and it just didn't click. In a way, we thought, okay, this is not the perfect. We can do better, and we just ditched those songs, and we started all over again. And that was good, of course. I mean, now the material is really good. It's going to be a great album, and we're all really satisfied with the material so far.
You mentioned that you don't want to do the same formula over and over again. Of course, as you've mentioned, black metal, traditional Scandinavian music, progressive rock, and nature, those elements, they will always be a part of your music. What are some new elements that will distinguish the new album?
Well, once again, there is a new kind of mix of those elements. It's hard to say how it's so different. Like the whole tonality of it's different. It sounds different. It's compared to the last album of any of them. But it's more like there are so many elements. It's not as streamlined as the previous album, because that was very produced into the same kind of mode.
Yeah.
The whole through. And this time we have a lot of passages, we have a lot of mellow parts and a lot of very black metalish parts. So I think it's going to be quite interesting for many people, actually.
It sounds exciting, definitely.
Yeah.
I have read that the new songs won't reach quite the usual epic lengths of the old songs as well. Is there any truth to this?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, there are no 30-minute tracks, but they're mostly 15-minute tracks. So it's not that it's going to be any really short songs or anything. Mm-hmm. We're trying to have actually one shorter songs also, because
you're actually trying to make short songs now.
Yeah, but we don't want to force it. It's stupid to try to force yourself.
Mm-hmm. Will you tell us if it will have some kind of cover like on Tuli Myrsky?
Well, I don't think we will. No. We don't really like doing those unless there's some perfect like match that we really want to put out, but definitely not with the album. It should be some bonus stuff or something.
Any estimation as to when we can get our hands on the new album? Perhaps a preview?
Well, it's still in the talks. I would say very early 2016. It's possible to have it this year, but I'm not sure if it's wise, because it needs a certain time for promotion and also preparing the cover arts and everything. So it might be better to have it next year.
I had asked back then about your side band, Lakupavi.
Oh, yeah.
How's that coming along now?
It's coming along all the time. I mean, it's stupid how many songs, for example, I have written during these years. I have some 30 songs or something. Most of them I have forgotten, or I really have to think to remember them, but there are some brilliant stuff. But we never did it. And like right now we're discussing okay, we should do it. And
so you never had time since the last time I asked you?
Yeah, no, or it just didn't feel right. Like, you know, the Lakupavi album was done very spontaneously. It was just like outburst of whatever shit we were feeling and wanted to bring out. And it should be done in the same way, or maybe in a total different context. Maybe it's not going to be a Lakupavi album, but something else. Like
something else.
Yeah. But yeah, I really wish to do it because I have some really great songs.
Very different from Moonsorrow.
No, yeah, of course. I mean, it's this punk grindcore stuff.
Yes.
So.
I've read online that you're not drinking anymore. You're drinking right now, but
who says that?
It must have been from an interview. I can't remember, but it says you don't drink anymore, but you're drinking.
Yeah, I mean...
Who's stopped drinking?
Nobody.
Nobody?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
Must have been a joke then.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question. Is there any message to our readers, to the fans out there?
Yeah, there definitely is, because we are really waiting for having the opportunity to tour again all over the world. So wherever you are, if we're coming near to you, please come to say hello and come to the show.